Well, hello there, guys. Today we're playing with the 124th Infantry Division. These are the Texas boys. Now, we are actually here in Italy, despite the name Afrika Corps there. We are actually in Italy on the road to Rome, and our goal is to stop the Germans, guys, from reaching Rome. Now, one of the beautiful things here is we've got quite a lot of mines, and I'm going to be placing these mines around the area just to make sure that if any Germans try to sneak through, we'll be able to pretty much stop them. I'm actually going to go ahead. Maybe we can't place them here. Yeah, we can only place it in open ground. So let me see. Can we put it on the road? No, that's going to be a no. We definitely have to keep it as close to open ground as possible. So I'm going to put some over there. Some of these I might just go ahead and keep in the location they're at. Now, as for the rest of our Texas boys, I am actually thinking that we might want to change their positioning a little bit. I don't know exactly where the enemy's coming from, but I'm almost certain that they're going to be coming from over there. So let's see. Can we put some in the brush? Oh, boy. I love this setup. Let's take a look at our guys. We got Sergeant Sheridan here, Sergeant Roberts, just a few of the guys waiting here in the woods, and actually, that seems to be an okay location for them. Now, we've got a little roadblock here, and this is really the most important place. I don't want our guys out in the open, so I'm going to take our boys over here, and I am going to move them. Sorry, wrong move. No, that worked. I'm going to go ahead and place them over here in the woods. I don't want the enemy seeing any of us, and the better the ambush, the better this is going to come out. So obviously, if they have no idea where the hell we are, that's going to be great. Now, one unfortunate thing that we've learned here about or I should say the later combat mission games, guys, is we aren't able to get a casualty count at the end of the battle, or at least you guys aren't able to see it. But what I do to make up for that, in every single one of my combat mission videos, you will actually see the casualties in the video description if you just go down. So once again, I'm going to place these guys maybe at these scatter trees. And you know what? We're also going to put this machine gun over at the scattered trees, just to pretty much what I'm trying to do. I hate to say that I'm turning this guy into cannon fodder, but I kind of am, is to try and get some of the enemy to come this way and, of course, get hit by those mines. I think the placement of the rest of the mines is just fine, with maybe the exception of this one. I'm going to put it over here, and we're going to get started, guys, and see what happens. So there we go. Obviously, this time, we don't have to worry about the mines. The Germans do. Makes me feel a little bit better. But let's take a look if we spot any German units approaching. And, of course, they are on their way to Italia. Or, excuse me, to Roma here in Italy. And we want to make sure that that doesn't happen. So far, our men are not opening up. They're just keeping an eye on the road. And, actually, I'm not seeing too much movement so far on the enemy line. That, of course, could change.
Yes, sir.
Could also change the trajectory of our men here. Okay, boys. I like that light armor. It's unfortunate that we don't have any sort of anti-tank gun. That would be perfect in a situation like this. But we'll make it work, boys.
Enemy armor spotted.
Oh, boy.
Fire!
Oh, there we go. It looks like our men fired a shot. I think we're actually trying to fire a bazooka, if I'm not mistaken. Yup, we got a bazooka, boys. Okay, let's hope that we eventually get a hit there. I'm really hoping, and it looks like we got some reinforcements. That's always good to see. Some more Texas reinforcements. As you can see, this entire area over here is going to be covered in our reinforcements. As long as they can't get to that flag, I think we got a winner. But, of course, they can still get to that position. That's not one I want them to get to. So what I might do is actually grab a few of these boys, especially some of the guys with the 50 cals. Grab them, and we're going to run over here and take position in that town once our boys get there. I'm also going to bring Lieutenant Shellman. I think he might be one of our highest-ranking COs right now. And yeah, Corporal Daly's got a bazooka here. I think I want to keep him right here. I might actually have him run into this area over here. Let's see if he can make it, and let's wish him the best of luck. So I'm thinking every single one of the units up here are going to be very valuable, and I'm not sure just how effective they're going to be up here defending against units moving over there. But for now, we're going to keep them right here. We're already moving a few units up. I don't want to push this. Let's just see how the enemy reacts, and let's hope that our boys get a nice shot with that bazooka. Come on, boys. Pretty heavy fire, obviously, coming from the enemy, and they are well stopped. They're not moving. But, oh, the bazooka got awfully close there. Looks like he's reloading here.
Secure the flanks.
Here we go. It's going to be a miss as well. They pretty much have a good idea on where we are. Not the greatest start to an ambush, but let's see if they just focus on this area, and then all of the guys we've got trapped over here, well, not trapped, but hidden over here, can return fire. And sure enough, there we go. We were starting to see the beginnings of the enemy infantry. As far as I can tell, we don't have anything resembling mortars or anything like that. We don't really need it. We got machine guns, etc. I think we can hold them off pretty damn long. Nice. Keep it up, boys. We got to be careful here because I'm starting to see German movement over there. So thank goodness we didn't move these guys from this area. I think we're going to have to keep them there. Although we do have a few bazooka men that maybe would be better off in this area on the road. I'm going to go with my gut instinct, and I'm going to run with the bazooka guy right there into the scattered trees. As for the rest of the guys, I'm just going to keep them here. Our men are still making it over to the village, and at that point we'll start putting them in the buildings. Let's just hope we don't need to use that village at all.
Enemy troops, fire.
Alright, nice. And our boys definitely have a sight line there on the enemy, and they are letting them have it. So far, I don't see any real push by the Germans to dislodge us from the area. I think they're going to have to get a lot more aggressive here if they plan to do that. Very good, boys. Keep it up.
Enemy troops spotted.
Keep up that fire, man. If they want to get to us, they're going to have to go right through our mines. Now, I don't know why our mines are in German, not doing Minen, because this would give it away, obviously, if they were approaching. Would they be approaching from the other side? Would that also show the mines? Potentially, yes. Yes, it does. That's pretty creepy.
Listen up.
Hold your position.
All right, there we go, guys. Once again, we get the vehicle in front. He might be making a forward push here. And this is a veteran light armored car. This guy has seen combat. We've got another light armored car moving up there. I'm just hoping that they will make it in to these mines.
Watch out.
Oh boy, we got a proper tank here. That's a Tiger, guys. That is a Tiger. Bazooka going towards the Tiger, completely missing. Man, I don't even know. Maybe we should retreat at this point. Then again, I'm happy that we moved another bazooka over here. I think he's going to be able to get a nice shot. That's actually a 60... Oh, I guess that's standard bazooka size, 60 millimeter. Well, I learned something new today. Keep firing, boys. The Texas Tiger Hunters. They're nice and stuck together. If we just get one good shot through the side armor, we could be in business. What I'm really hoping is that they push over here to the minefields and we clean them up that way.
Open fire.
Come on, boys. There we go. Got a perfect view with the bazooka. And there are a few trees in the way, but I think we're going to be all right.
Hold your position. Ceasefire. Ceasefire.
Now, of course, we don't have unlimited bazooka shots there, guys, so better hope that this guy has quite a few more rounds left. He is reloading. That's a good sign. And did we hit something? Did we hit something, boys? We may have. That could also just be standard smoke, believe it or not. But I am starting to see the Germans moving over here to our left flank a little bit. I'm thinking if we have any units back here, I don't think we do. I think we just have these guys right here. Then maybe we should send a squad to watch them. What I am going to do, just to be safe... Oh, nice! Reinforcements have arrived. Never mind. I hope those reinforcements didn't pop in town, because that would have made that completely negligible. And sure enough, they did pop in town. And we got some Shermans, boys. So we're definitely going to move the Shermans up on a hunt maneuver. I want them to be as careful as possible, but I will push forward with the Shermans. No, that was a bad idea. I want to get him into these scattered trees, or even the brush. And I think our infantry is almost in the actual woods. Actually, some of our infantry are already here, like Sergeant Calder. So I'm going to move him into this light building. But it looks like the Germans might be firing at these buildings over here. That's definitely a cause for concern. Actually, it looks like we're going to have to send somebody over to the bridge. Is it possible the enemy got behind us? I don't think so, but we'll take a look. If need be, we'll send some tanks over there. Alright, let's keep the action going. And best of luck to our Shermans. I hope you guys have got some more bazooka rounds. He's taking cover right now, and his ammo is empty. I'm going to have him withdraw, boys. There's nothing we can do with a guy that has no ammunition. These guys are green, and I'm going to have them withdraw as well. I don't see any point in remaining here. Now, with the 60mm mortar, did not realize we had one of these. So let's see if we can target the enemy. We might need to get a little closer. We could just do open area ground fire on where we expect the enemy infantry to be. I think that's probably the safest bet. No! Cancel that area target. Or we could just wait a bit, because I'm not sure it's going to be a good idea to fire at the tanks. Maybe that won't even really do anything. Sight blocked over there. See, eventually we can start firing over here, but I just don't feel comfortable firing with him yet. There's not much we can do. Let's keep it up. We really need those Shermans to shine. That's what we need to happen. There we go. Side turret penetration. Let's back up a little bit, because I think that was from the Sherman, but I can't be sure. Let's back up. No, that was actually from the bazooka. Wow, amazing shot there by Corporal Corrales. If he's able to take out that tank for good, man, there's definitely a medal in it for him. The question is, are our Shermans getting some good hits? Looks like the Germans are definitely panicking here. Really trying to move the hell out of the situation. They've still got a few enemies there, but look at that beautiful hit. I'm going back just to see that, guys. That was nice. Boom! Right in the rear part of the armored vehicle. Now, we didn't take out the Tiger, but that's a hell of a start. Alright, some partial penetration, and we knocked out the Tiger, guys. Or actually, this is just a Panzer IV, sorry. The Tiger is back here. But still, guys, taking out the Panzer IV is a great start. Well, they might have another Panzer IV and a Tiger. This is going to get quite interesting, my friends, that I can tell you. Pardon me, sir. Oh, there we go. Front turret penetration. Might not do anything, though, depending on the thickness of the armor, or more importantly, the amount of crew inside that have been damaged by this. They might be just fine. They are buttoning up, though, and that's usually a good sign. And what I'm going to do is grab these three guys, and I'm going to run over to these trees, because I see that those two groups of Germans coming this way, and I want to be prepared for that, man. I don't want to have to deal with two groups of Germans over here if possible. Let's see how our tanks are doing. Have they been damaged, or have they made it through the fight? It looks like they're okay. This guy is just firing away. He's got a target on the Panzer IV, so you know what? Why not? With his hunt maneuver. This guy is continuing the hunt maneuver, Sergeant Dunlap, and I think we're just going to let them do their thing. Let's see if we took that area. Nice. That's what I'm looking for. Back to battle, folks. Texas boys are going to come through this with a victory. Alright, see if you can spot the enemy. They're starting to get to our secondary line of defense right here, or secondary ambush line, I should call it. But so far, I haven't seen the enemy walk into any of our minefields. They've been pretty good at avoiding that. Luckily, we do have a bead on their infantry, and there's quite a lot of infantry here. In fact, now I'm starting to think we should target this area with the mortar, just because of all the infantry jumping out of these half-tracks. For Texas. Don't forget, guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that like button and make sure to drop a comment. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. But really, the most important thing is to try and get us up on the YouTube rankings, and especially with these older games, I know there's a market for it. Like, I know those of you guys that watch it, you enjoy it. We've got to show more people these games. A lot of people aren't even aware that Combat Mission exists. Also, a little bit of bad news. It looks like Corporal Corrales, the guy that just managed to get that amazing kill, took a shot right to the face. He will not be coming back to the battle. Take a look here at our tanks, and I think our infantry, yep, they're in position over here. Let's also take a look at that mortar. It might be time to potentially fire into the area there. We've also got another bazooka team, but I think we'll keep them right here. scattered trees are blocking our sight, but we can get some area fire at some point here. Not as close as we'd like, guys, but I would anticipate the enemy's going to try to move there anyway, so we'll fire the 60mm mortar right on top of him. 60mm mortar is a pretty damn good mortar. And it looks like, do we have another one? Oh my goodness. Rain down hell on the enemy. But with this guy, we might want to move a little bit closer. So let's grab him. We're going to run right up there behind these men. And I didn't even notice this, but look to our right, boys. We do have some Jagdpanthers, Stug 3s, etc. moving up. Definitely a cause for concern, but I think all we're going to do is change the trajectory of our tanks. And perhaps send our tanks to deal with those guys. Maybe the threat here is not as bad anymore. We'll go ahead, we'll halt. I'm going to fast move with the tank up here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll continue to hunt just in case. And then fast move with the tank over here. Ideally, trying to get the enemy to go through the minefield to deal with our tanks. There we go, we're already engaging the enemy over here. I told you there was going to be enemy infantry in this area for sure. But they do seem to be pretty pinned. And what we'll do is we'll actually back up here so that we can see what our tanks were doing this whole time. It's one of the beauties of combat mission, is just the ability to review multiple parts of a battle. So the amount of tracer rounds we are sending across at the enemy is devastating for them for sure. And there we go. It looks like our tank got an eye on a half-track. He's going to stop, fire. Yes, front upper hull penetration on the half-track. Better watch out that he doesn't get some friendly fire here on our tank. There we go. And again, got to be careful with the Stugs in this area. So we did knock out that half-track. I'm actually going to back up so that we can get a closer look here. The damage done. And if they don't get that infantry out, we can absolutely knock out some of their infantry. Look at that. Beautiful front upper hull penetration. One of these trucks is also going a bit crazy. Absolutely amazing, guys. Another front upper hull penetration. I think we knocked out the second one. And look at those mortars. I didn't know if those mortars were going to be effective, but sure enough, they were falling in the perfect location. That shrapnel raining all the way on top of the enemy. My main concern are the enemy tanks over here in the woods. That's dangerous, guys. Very dangerous. Okay. So I'm going to halt. I am going to just hunt and stay away from our own mines, of course. Pretty sure our own mines are just as deadly. But what's this? Oh my goodness, guys. We could actually try and get a hit on that tank. Only a 23% chance of hitting the Stug, but it's such a dangerous vehicle. I'm going to go for it, although I fear there might not be any penetration chance. Let me take a look here. So, let's see. Kill, okay. It's possible. We're going to try. Again, I think that thing is just so damn dangerous. So far, the enemy has not stumbled in to any of our mines. Alright, boys. It's all up to the Shermans now, I think. There we go. Nice shot. Oh, front turret penetration, and one of our crew members either killed or wounded there. Is this thing still going to be operational? They are shocked right now. They are shocked and completely destroyed. My goodness, that thing went up like a Roman candle, guys. Maybe we just need to use our men here with their own bazookas to try and deal with the enemy. And it looks like our engineer squad is actually engaging with some enemy infantry here. We definitely want to back up a bit because I want to see the rest of that fight. Let's back up. Just see what the close combat fight is like. We still have that M19 machine gun. Is that a 50 cal? I believe it is. Hopefully this alone will be good enough to keep the enemy back. mortars still going out towards the enemy. That's always a good thing. But do we have any more actual bazooka rounds? I'm not sure, guys. This guy's got a bazooka round. He does have some ammo, too. Question is, can we get him into this area quickly? I'm not so sure. Oh, German infantry squad right there. I did not expect them to get behind us that quickly. Look at that, guys. Let's see where that second tank is. Let's hope we haven't lost both of them. Looks like the second tank is operational. But boy, did that first one just get absolutely smashed. Yeah, I think I'm just going to continue on the hunt. I feel like eventually the enemy is going to fall into these traps. And funny enough, we're actually pinpointing the Tiger with the bazooka. I think this guy's crazy, Corporal Daly, but he is a veteran. He's got that combat experience. Might as well give him a damn chance. I want to jump up here on the hill. We don't have many men defending the hill here. It's definitely a limited amount. So I'm just going to grab this group and just pretty much hang out right in front. We also had a mortarman. But that's right, he's firing at that standard location. What if we targeted the enemy tanks? Would it really make a difference? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is actually fire at the enemy infantry. They're slightly exposed right now. Might give us a pretty nice chance to do some damage. Look at that. Wow. Enemy infantry exposure is crazy at the moment. Let's take them out. Get them, boys. I think these Germans realize that they're right out in the open. And there we go, guys. Some side lower hull penetration. Looks like our bazooka actually did manage to hit the tank. Now, whether it killed any of the Germans inside, we will not know until the end of the battle. But I like seeing those mortars dropping there, doing some additional shrapnel damage, and pretty much stopping the enemy advance in its tracks. Keep it up. They're also about to walk directly into our minefield. Good shooting. Wow. Threw some grenades there as well. I like to see that machine gun fire coming out of the beautiful Sherman there, but I'm still worried about potentially the enemy. And look at that. Can we actually see the Alps in the background? No, this is near Rome. There's no way we can see the Alps, but certainly some Italian mountain range back here. And it's quite beautiful, despite it just being essentially a portrait here in the game. Really, really pretty. I'm still hunting, boys. I definitely think we should do the hull down. No, that's going to be a little too complicated. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fast move. Right? Then we are going to hunt. And we're going to hope for the absolute best here, because this is going to be really, really dangerous. Wait a minute, is Corporal Corrales alive? He actually has one round left, guys. I thought Corporal Corrales was killed, but he is still alive. Let's see if... Well, we definitely can't get a kill on the Tiger. That would be impossible. So we'll just wait for now, guys. Let me just take a quick look at this village back here. Make sure that nobody's made it through. I think it's just our men. That's perfect. We'll take this MG and set it up in that heavy building. And again, this is just in case the Germans actually outrun us, which I don't think they will. I think pretty much destroying those initial tanks with the bazookas is, if we win this battle, is what's going to save us, because we pretty much set up an impromptu roadblock there. All their vehicles had to move around. They're having to go through the forest over here. Obviously, that is a problem. There we go. We're even targeting the crew at this point. Not even the veteran crew can get away unscathed. Although I'm not seeing any more mortar shots, so potentially we ran out of mortar ammo. Look at all those Germans, guys. I did not expect us to do well here, but incredibly we're doing well, and Corporal Hall is crazily walking towards these Germans. They've got some mortars. I'm going to order this guy to stop immediately if we can. I don't know what he's thinking. Just taking a look over there a little bit to see if any of them have hit our minefields. I don't think so, though. Man, because setting up a machine gun, like, right there, Wouldn't that be absolutely perfect? All right, there we go. So we've got Corporal Hall with a machine gun. He is quite far from his commander, but I'm hoping it has a similar effect. And obviously we've got Corporal Darland over here with his machine gun targeting the enemy infantry squads. It's looking pretty good, guys. Let's see how the tank is doing. So Sergeant Flint is targeting that Stug, but I want to be very careful because I see something else. Wait, why can't we right-click them? Oh, they're bailing. They are bailing out, folks. Well, they put up a hell of a fight, but yeah, for sure, the Sherman is about to bail out here. They're trying to get out of the tank. At this point, I don't really want to do anything but stop and hope that we can run out of time here, and I think we can. I know we still have some bazookas on top of the hill, but I am not moving them to the front. And besides, we're causing quite a firestorm here, no pun intended, to the enemy infantry trying to get close here. Keep it up, boys. All of those tanks, of course, are abandoned. The only ones that are still operational are the ones in the woods. I would say a quarter of a click or half a click away from where this infantry is. Although that one is close enough to target the engineer squad. Now look at that. Corporal is going to fire his last high explosive round. Here we go. I don't think it's going to be very successful, but good shot anyway. Actually, I think it exploded somewhere right there. There we go. Still some mortars going out. Okay. Good to see that Corporal Simmons is absolutely keeping that mortar fire going. Fire away, Corporal. Some of that mortar fire actually hitting the tree there. So the two Sturmgeschütz, aka the STGs, or excuse me, the the Stug 3s, tired, are still operational. I don't see them moving towards the town. Of course, they could at any moment, and I'm looking here for a bazooka. We could potentially use bazooka. We could also just go ahead and start targeting with a mortar. Again, I don't think it's going to do a damn thing to the Stugs, but I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll actually damage them quite a lot, or you know, do something. So I'm going to target them and see if we have any more bazookas over here. I don't think we do, but we do have a few potential anti-tank weapons. If we can get one of these satchels up on the enemy, we can destroy them. But there's no way we're going to try to get that close to a unit that dangerous. So, let's hope time's on our side, folks. As you can see, they're already engaging, actually, some units here. Whoa, what the hell was that? We gotta back up and take a look at that. I don't know what just happened. I think they may have just popped smoke. But, oh no, that was just a massive shot from the Tiger tank. And still, nobody has stepped into our minefields, guys, but I just realized they are going to be forced to run into these minefields pretty soon. Oh my goodness, look at the turret on that Tiger. It's almost like an artillery piece. It's just incredibly devastating. But so far, the Texas has held out. They've stopped the push by the Germans here. I think we're going to have to give all glory to our boys here. Okay, boys, might be time to go ahead, grab these boys, and order them to withdraw immediately. It seems a little counterproductive, but what I'm hoping we'll do is draw the enemy into our minefields, force them to get into these minefields, and then completely take them out, of course. As for these guys, Sergeant Cipollone and the guys hanging out here, Sergeant White, etc., I'm going to have to order them to stay put. We just can't take the risk. One thing we could attempt that would be a bit crazy is to do a charge on that armored car and potentially get some of those anti-tank grenades out. But man, is it risky. It really is. So we're just going to stay put and hope that pretty much that the woods will save us. And how great would it be if that crew just suddenly came back to the Sherman? Alright, there we go. So as you can see, our boys are running away as quickly as possible. We did lose our mortarman, or at least, yeah, definitely. Green was knocked out. It could have also just been the mortar that's knocked out and Green survived. But as you can see, we are trying to save as many of our men as possible, and hopefully to lure the Germans into a nice little trap here. Boy, I don't feel so good for our guys here.
Listen up.
So even at this distance, the Sturmgeschütz is focusing on just basically machine gun fire against our men. I'd hope they'd focus on something more productive, but that's what they're going for. Thankfully, they're not moving towards any of our locations. And I think as long as those wrecks remain there, and as long as we have a few infantry here still fighting back, that will continue. These guys are actually doing an amazing sacrifice. Everybody's already taking cover. We don't have to give that or issue that order. So there we go, guys. Oh boy. Alright, finally we've actually got a tank getting a little bit closer here. And it looks like even the boys here at the building have started opening fire. I know for sure we've got one bazooka in that building, but I'm not sure if it's going to be sufficient to take the enemy out. Now, once again, guys, unfortunately here, we can't see the casualty screen, but I will let you know the casualties in the description. So I will stop here, but let me know what you thought of the battle so far. It looks like we did manage to pull our boys back. Also, incredibly, this machine gunner and this team right here managed to kill all of those Germans that were going to flank us on the right side. I'm still amazed that this guy pretty much carried an M19 on his back all the way here to pretty much a squad of Germans and is still firing on the enemy right now. I mean, it's amazing, guys. So, here we go. And thank you so much for watching, my friends. I don't think there's much we can do now in terms of retaliation towards the enemy. However, I think so far we've done an okay job at damaging the enemy. Obviously, the casualties will speak for themselves. We'll see exactly how those come out. Just now, they're pushing on us, but it's too late. Way too late for them to make a push. We actually did manage to get a hit on the front upper hull, and this is likely because of our satchels. But again, not a lot of damage. I think that's going to be it, and the battle will be ending here in about 15 seconds.